All right, another Saturday on my way to Charleston to go kayaking. And I paused there because I'm like, my voice sounds all right when I'm talking, but then when I hear it back, it sounds like fucking Kermit the Frog. And I hate that bastard. But yeah, I'm meeting like 6 people that said we're showing up on this meetup.com. But the group is not on meetup.com anymore. They're on Facebook because meetup.com got a little more expensive. And I ran groups on there years ago, and it was a lot. And I was the only one covering it. And I only asked for like $5 a year, and some people actually were like, "Oh, I'm not giving you $5. All right, then leave. I don't give a shit. Are you kidding me? I'm coming up on 60 years of this motherfucking life. I don't give a shit." But anyway, I stopped. I was running a kayak and a biking, and now I'm going kayak and biking in Charleston because there's not that much going on in Columbia. There's a few trails, but they're short, and I've been on them so many times that I'm like, I'm sick of it. There's a lake that's 5 minutes away. I've been kayaking on there, and I'm sick of it. It gets, the same old after a while. People at the gym, oh, you're going all the way to Charleston to go kayaking? What's wrong with this water right here? So I'm sick of it. I used to be a truck driver. I don't mind driving the 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't care. It flies by. I get to see some cool people, some cool areas. Charleston is awesome. I like it a lot. And I'd love to move there. So when I win the lottery, I'll let you know. Here I am in Charleston. But, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube also, other than posting my own. And I've seen a lot about how, men aren't even trying anymore to get women's number or no marriage. Well, I don't blame you on that one. I mean, it's clearly a scam and does not benefit a man in any way. And now women are, retaliating with, oh, we don't want to get married. Why? Because men said they're going their own way and they're through? But I always thought that shit like 20, 30 years ago. Marriage never crossed my mind because I saw what it did to men. It ruins your life financially. You bust your balls for years. You blow thousands on a ring. You're paying for companionship. I don't know about that. And then you got I don't feel like getting into it anymore. Do what you want to do. Do whatever, my saying. Oh, sorry about that. What's best for you is all that matters. There's my saying. And, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot, nobody watches my videos, so I'm probably not going to get any comments about, oh, you got your head off today. Oh, we see you. Yeah. Oh, look at that. So anyway, let me put the cruise control on here while I'm on I-26. Oh yeah, that's right. If anybody's watching outside the USA, that's where I am. South Carolina, USA. I just left Columbia and I'm heading over to Charleston to go kayaking on the ocean. The place is called Shem Creek, where there's like a few restaurants and hotels, kayak rental. And, what's funny about that kayak rental is one time when I was running the kayak meetup here in Columbia, I posted in there to go to Charleston kayaking. And like 30 people signed up. Well, they didn't sign up. You just click on going. And then like a week before, there's half that. There was like 14 people. And a couple of days before that, after that, there's like 6 people. It happens on every meetup. And then the day of the meetup, one girl showed up and she didn't have a kayak. So she followed me over to where they rent. We went kayaking out on the ocean for a little while. And that was it. No, I didn't hit on her or ask for her number. I mean, I wouldn't have mind banging her, but I just, I've been through so much that it's not there like it was when I was in my 20s and 30s. It's not, immediately, hey, can I get your number before you go, or whatever. It's like, after talking to her, or any girl, after a while, it's like, you know, all right, see ya. You're still raising kids, see ya. You're still having ex that you're involved in the divorce and all that, going through all that, see ya. Been there, done that, see ya. You know, a lot of guys are saying, you know, do what you got to do to become successful first. Chase, although it might sound weird to some, chase that almighty dollar before you chase that snatch. You know, that'll always be there. And all you'll be doing is, like I said earlier, is paying for companionship. And, you know, other videos that I watch, some of these guys that are multimillionaires, and then they're like bragging and showing their yacht and their plane and helicopter. I wouldn't be doing that. You know, I'd be helping. If I was a multimillionaire in real estate, I would be helping and letting you know what to do, you know, what to avoid, blah, blah, blah. How to buy a house is basically simple, you know. You have to have good credit and a job. Not just that, but, you know. But I would, you know, if I was up there, but I wouldn't be showing my plane and helicopter. I mean, that's, yeah, I don't even have to say what that means to, you know, other people. Oh, we don't care. You know, just give me the free wisdom, experience, and knowledge. I'm good. And obviously taking a day off at the gym. And I've got, like, I don't know, maybe 15 videos out so far on YouTube and Rumble. And only one comment. This girl commented on something about, because I was showing around that old bridge that they built in the 1800s. Said thanks for you're the travel guide or whatever, you know. It was actually positive. I couldn't believe it. Another asshole just cut in front of me with no signal, so I gave him the finger. I don't care who you are or what weapon you got. I don't give a fuck. I'm sick of this shit. Take your head out of your ass, learn how to drive. I used to be a truck driver, and I'm not putting up with this shit. This motherfucking ignorant motherfucking bastards. Yes, I did. So, I don't know, what are your thoughts about life? And getting old, and it doesn't make any sense to me, you know? I mean, if life is short, so why should you have to get old and decay and walk around hunched over, taking baby steps and wearing fucking diapers? How stupid. So that's why I keep active. Gotta. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You know what's funny is people around my age or older, they guess pretty close on what age I am, but people that are younger, like in their 20s or 30s, guy's backing up, highway worker backing up the ramp on the shoulder. But yeah, people in their early 20s or whatever think I'm younger. It was a couple years ago. This guy thought I was in my early 40s, he said, and I was 58. Just paying attention here. It's going from 3-lane to 2-lane, and you know, most people drive with their head up their ass. I'm not in any hurry. I mean, I used to do that where I drive, 90 miles an hour. No more. And it didn't even matter. It's like, wow, I saved 5 minutes. It doesn't even matter, But, yeah, doing my best for me. Looking out for number one, me. You know, like I said in my other videos, I should have been dead already. I OD'd on crack about 20 years ago. And then in 2018, I had the heart attack, and 2 days later, triple bypass. And I'm still fucking here. Do you believe that shit? Let's keep this away, get this away from me a little bit. The automatic slowdown because there's a rig in front of me. But yeah, tell me what's going on in your life. Do you have 10 kids and you're living on $10 a week? That's got to be exciting. You know, this one trucking company I worked for a while back, there was this one guy that was like sort of running the warehouse. And we got to talking and got into being friends and everything. And he tells me he's divorced and has 7 kids. And he said he told his 7 kids, you better get a scholarship because I'm broke. That's gotta totally suck. But yeah, people can think what they want to think, say what they want to say, because I know deep down I'm a decent person. I'm not out to deliberately screw anybody over. You know, I'll give you an example. In January, 2 months ago, this guy crossed over the center line and crashed head on into my pickup truck. This isn't the same truck. This is the truck I got out of the crash. I got a sunroof now, as you can see. But I didn't harbor any resentment or pissed off. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, blah blah blah. You know, and that when I was getting ready to leave and he was getting ready to get in the tow truck, I did that punch to the arm where a friendly, you know, like, okay, take it easy type of, you know what I mean? That you can do to a woman also, which I have, you know, just to let you, hey, how you doing? You know, it's like no hard feelings. Hopefully if somebody crashes into you, you'll do the same. Or you'll maybe pay attention better by seeing that I'm forgiving and kind, or whatever you want to call it, you know, to a... So I'm not, you know, what good's it gonna do? You know, like people that think that every problem should be solved with a fist fight. Are you kidding me? When I first moved into the Southeast from the Northeast, I saw it all over the place, especially in black people, because the way they were treated years ago. And I'm not a racist at all. I dated black women. I've been with Asian chicks, which I love because they're nice and thin. But anyway, these guys, this one guy, when I first moved here, the first job I got in this small trucking company, I ended up running the warehouse, and this other black guy was a truck driver, and 2 white guys that were brothers were truck drivers. There was 3 guys under me when I was running the warehouse, and it sucked. But anyway, the black guy, like every day, he would like punch his hand into his fist, like he wanted to fight, or like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, I didn't say anything. I joked with him to, like, you know, let him know, hey, you know, you're obviously stupid and ridiculous, and I'm not playing this shit. And nothing ever happened, you know. I mean, if it did, I would have called the cops and pressed charges. You know, call the company, hey, Mike just assaulted me. Why? I have no idea. I guess because the way blacks have been treated in the past, and he's still holding resentment and dwell on it and bitter or whatever, you know. And even when the company I was with, I went and hired 2 temps to help in the warehouse with me, 2 black guys, and them too were still, you know, and they were saying about the white guy truckers that I was with. To me, they're saying like, oh, you better been ready when they start to fight. Like, what? What the hell are you talking about? I ended up firing both those black guys, not because they're black, because they're stupid shit. I didn't move down here to play this stupid crap that you're still living in the Civil War. You know, I'm helping, and then it all fell apart because I got addicted to cocaine. And they had me go do a drug test because they could tell something was wrong. I was running the warehouse, and then everything just fell apart. And I don't even give a shit. I never apologized to him or nothing. I never answered the phone when the doctor kept calling and leaving messages for me to call him. I knew what it was about. I failed the drug test. was so intent on dying that it just didn't matter. I'm like, I'm going to buy a big bag of cocaine, I'm going to snort half of it and cook it up and smoke the rest as crack. And that should kill me. Yeah. Hello! So, yeah, don't get into that shit. I'm telling you right now, do not get into cocaine. If you have an addictive behavior like me, you're done. My life was over for another year because I quit cold turkey in 93, 94, and then I started again in 2003, 2004. So I was sober for 11 years. And I was renting a cottage on the lake. I had an extra room, and I knew a friend of mine in Buffalo that was always going from different place to different place because of his job. I said, hey, once you move down here, you're going to have the extra room, you help pay with bills. He said, cool. And he brought crack with him. And all hell broke loose again for another year. And there I am laying in bed with that stupid feeling after partying. Oh, here's this shit feeling again. You know, you hate it, but you did it anyway. It's just like they say in NA and AA, which stands for Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous. You hated it, but you did it anyway. One was too many and 1,000 never enough. Just watch yourself and take care of yourself, I'm telling you. I am living proof and a living example. You can turn things around. If you just take care of yourself, be active, all you got to do is walk. I mean, even me, like yesterday, I was going to walk across the dam after the gym, and I'm like, you know, I'm so sick of the dam. I'm so sick of, you know. I said, okay, just walk in the morning right after you have breakfast. It'll still be dark. There'll be nobody around. I said, that'll be cool. You know, walk through the neighborhood. And are we still rolling? Oh, it's coming up on 20 minutes. And that's, hold on a second here. Hopefully this will be flying right through. I used to leave at like 4:30 in the morning to go to Charleston, the hour-and-a-half drive. And I would do Uber and Lyft down there until the supposed to meet for the kayaking, because there was no, you know, like 3 or 4 cars out on the highway. It was so much better. And you know, another thing about YouTube and Rumble and Facebook, I'm not looking to get in an argument with anyone. As soon as somebody does start, you know, oh, sounds like you're like this, or sounds like, oh, you never been in a relationship, blah, 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 blah. I was like, first of all, I'm not going to respond. And second, you're right. I've been in the approximately 100 women I've slept with, there's no more than 5 were a relationship. All of them were one-night stands, one-night screws, or friend with benefits, is which I wanted. And the relationships that were a year and a half and the one was, I don't know, 8 months, it wasn't anything. It wasn't any big deal. You know, the one a year and a half, the only reason I stuck around was because she was a bigger nympho than me back then, in the 90s. And true story, we did it 3 times a day for that year and a half. Who's good at math? And the other girl, that was about 5 years ago, was, I don't know, she was about maybe 9-10 months. And I was only there for the sex. You know, I mean, we hung out a little bit, but there was nothing there. And not only that, she was married 4 times, and then it finally showed. I mean, she seemed like a cool chick. And then I saw right through her bullshit. Her bullshit of, when you move in this, when you move in that, I laughed it off. Or her, I'm all in bullshit. It's like, who the hell are you trying to kid? It's like, I'm not, you know, I didn't say that to her. I'm not moving in here with you. It's always safe to have your own home base when you're dating. I don't care what anybody says. You know, I mean, I even argue with my father, and then my mother will get into it, and they're all, you know, and everybody will shut up, and I'm like, you know, I'm not bringing up marriage and religion ever again, because You know my thoughts. And nobody's going to force me into doing something I don't want to do. I see right through that crap. I'm not wasting my time. All right, I better pay attention to driving now because people are getting ridiculous. Plus 20 minutes is enough of this video, don't you think? Like, comment, subscribe. I always forget to say that stuff. Watch my other videos. There might be some free wisdom, experience, and knowledge. Stay active. Goodbye.